Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. I'm Mrs. Afshin Imran. Students, are you hearing me? Please reply. Walaikum assalam and good morning. Very good of you that you are here on time. Okay. You have told me that you are here. Very good of you. Now I am going to give you another lecture of English language today. Okay. Many of you are here, so I'm going to start my lecture. It is lecture number 14. And it is another lecture of reinforcement, that is revision. You can see that I have given you first revision or first reinforcement lecture on Tuesday that included 3 topics: parts of speech, kinds of noun, and articles. Walaikum assalam all of you and good morning. I'm going to start my today's lecture. This is reinforcement lecture, and today I have included 3 topics. Again, kinds of pronoun, kinds of adjective, and kinds of adverb. These are the 3 topics which I'm going to discuss with you today. We have already done these topics before in previous lectures. Now I'm going to give you a brief description of all these topics with some examples, and at the end of the session or at the end of the lecture I will give you some time to ask me any questions. Okay, and we will discuss about empty as well at the end of the lecture. Now I'm going to start the first topic, kinds of pronoun. The pronoun, we have already done it in parts of a speech. You all know that pronoun is a word which is used in place of a noun, and it has very much importance. It is used in 3 forms, or you can say that first person, second person, and third person. First person is I and we. I is singular person and we are plural person. Then second person is you, which is used for singular and plural both. And third person is he, she, and they. He, she are singular persons, and they is the pronoun which is used for the plural persons, or you can say more than one person. Okay. Now this is the quick review about pronoun. Now I'm going to discuss the kinds of pronoun here. There are 4 kinds of pronoun. Personal pronoun, relative pronoun, reflexive pronoun, and interrogative pronoun. These 4 pronouns I'm going to discuss here in little bit detail. Okay. Now I'm going to do them one by one. Personal pronoun, it has 3 forms: subjective pronoun, objective pronoun, and possessive pronoun. These are the 3 forms in which personal pronouns are used, and these are same pronouns: I, we, you, he, she, and they. Now I'm going to discuss subjective pronoun. Subjective pronoun means, or it refers to the persons or the speaker who is the doer of action. Doer means who is performing the action or who is doing the action. Example is, we saw the teacher. We is a pronoun, and you can see that it is doing the action. Action is shown by the verb. Here you can see the verb is saw, the second form of see. We saw the teacher. I saw the teacher. You saw the teacher. In all these examples, the speaker is the doer of the action. Second kind of pronoun, of personal pronoun, is objective pronoun. Objective pronoun. Walaikum assalam, all of you, please concentrate on the lecture. I will discuss everything at the end of the lecture, so please concentrate and don't write anything in the chat. Second kind of personal pronoun is objective pronoun, in which the speaker, and turn off your cameras please. Objective pronoun is the pronoun in which the speaker is the receiver of action. That means subjective pronoun and objective pronoun are opposites to each other. Here you can see that speaker is the receiver of action. It means speaker is not doing any action. He just receives the action. Example is the teacher saw us. Us is an objective pronoun. Here you can see that the action is doing by the teacher. Action is done by the teacher and the speaker is not doing any action. The teacher saw us, the teacher saw me, the teacher saw him, like this. Third kind of personal pronoun is possessive pronoun. Possessive pronoun is the pronoun which refers to the speaker when he is the owner of the thing. Owner means the things belong to him. Example is, the book is mine. You can see that the book is the of the speaker who says it is mine. The book is the thing. You can write the pencil is mine, the mobile is mine, or you can write the book is yours, the copy is his. In this way, we can use possessive pronouns. I hope you are understanding very clearly. Now I come to the second kind of pronoun. It is relative pronoun. Relative, the word shows that it is showing the relation. Relative pronoun refers to the persons or the things used to introduce clauses. It means clauses. First of all, I want to discuss clause. Clause is the Ibrahim Ahmed, don't disturb the class. You are making the lines. I am seeing you. Ibrahim, please don't disturb the class. Relative pronoun is the persons or the things used to introduce clauses. Clause is actually a sentence in which a verb is present. Okay, sometimes more than one verb is present in the clause, but we are discussing only the clauses which have one verb. And it is showing this pronoun is used for the persons as well as for the things. Remember these things. It is used because thing is also a noun, and I have told you pronoun is used in place of a noun. Some examples are here. I saw the man who was standing alone. You can see that who is used for that man who was standing alone. The second part of the sentence is the clause in which a verb is there, standing. And who is the relative pronoun which is used for persons only, like man. Here is your teacher whom I have not met yet. Again, you can see the second part of the sentence as a verb met here. So it is a clause, and these are two sentences are joined by whom. Whom is used for the teacher. Whom is a relative pronoun here. And whom is also used for the persons. Next example is, we met the man whose car was stolen. Now again, you can see the second part of the sentence is a clause, as it has a verb stolen here, and whose is the relative pronoun which joins the sentence here, and whose is used for men. Again, you can remember this thing in the mind that whose is the relative pronoun which is used only for the persons. Next example is, I found the book which had the answers. You can see that had the answers, had is used as a verb here in the clause, and which is used for the pronoun which refers to the book. It means which is the relative pronoun which is used for things. Next example, there is a bag that was in the shop. Again, you can see that was is used as a verb in the clause, and that is used for the bag. It means that is the pronoun or relative pronoun which is used for the things like bag. Remember this thing, who, whom, and whose are used for the persons, which and that are used for the things. I hope you are understanding. Now I come to the third kind of pronoun, that is reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronoun is showing that pronoun which comes in the sentence in which the subject and the object refer to the same person. The subject is referring the person and similarly the object is referring the same person. Like some examples are here. I, which is a subject here, I saw myself in the mirror. Okay, the object in the mirror is showing or it is related to the same subject, and myself is used here as a relative pronoun, reflexive pronoun. You should remember that whenever we have a reflexive pronoun, it should be have attached a word self with it. If it is used with the singular pronoun, it is self only. But if it is used with the plural pronoun like are, it becomes selves. Like when we are making the singulars and plurals, if we are making the plural of any word which ends at f, then we change it into ves. So similarly, myself is used for the singular person like I, and ourselves is used for the plural persons like we. You can see that the second example is we made sandwiches ourselves. One more point here, you can see the word sandwiches. D is silent here, so we pronounce it as sandwiches, not sandwiches. Remember, D is silent here. Now I come to the next kind of pronoun, that is interrogative pronoun. Interrogative word, it shows that some interrogation must be there, asking questions must be there. So interrogative pronouns are the words which are used to ask questions. Okay, remember this thing. These are the words which are used to ask the questions. Some examples are here. Who went to school with you? Whom did you write the letter to? You know that whose, whom, and who are used for the persons. Remember this thing? So third example is whose address did you give me? You know that these three pronouns are used always for the persons. Okay? Remember all these things. Walaikum assalam all of you and good morning again. Uh, don't write anything in the chat at this moment. I will give you the time to ask any question at the end of the lecture. Now I come to the fourth example. Which story is the most interesting? What is your name? Again, you can see that which is used for the thing story and what is used for the thing name. Okay, so remember these things, who, whom, and whose are used for the persons, which, what, that, all these things are used for the things. I hope you have understood all the kinds of pronoun very well. Now I come to our next topic, that is kinds of adjective. Okay. Now we have discussed adjective as well in the previous lecture of parts of speech as well, but I'm going to discuss it again. Adjective is a word which is used to describe a noun or a pronoun in a sentence. Okay, remember this thing, it tells us more about a noun and a pronoun. There are three kinds of adjective: adjective of quality, adjective of quantity, and adjective of number. These are the three kinds of adjectives. It is very easy. You can understand them by their definitions and by their examples very easily. Now, first is adjective of quality. Quality, as the name suggests, it refers to state and kind of a noun or a pronoun in a sentence. Remember thinking. It only tells us about the state and the kind of the noun or the pronoun. Example is here, my friend is an honest man. You can see that Honest is the word or the adjective which describes the state of a man. Okay, like Ali is a very hard working student. So hard working is also telling us the quality of the Ali, quality of Ali. So it is adjective of quality, hard working. The rose is beautiful. Now beautiful is telling us the quality or the state of the flower. Are you understanding me? I think, hope you are understanding me very clearly. Now I have second kind of adjective, adjective of quantity. Quantity, the name suggests that it refers to amount, but it refers to the estimated amount of a noun or a pronoun in a sentence. Remember, this thing estimated means not the actual amount. It is just a rough idea. Okay. Example is here. There is enough food on the table. Enough is not telling us the exact amount of the food, but it tells us the estimated amount of food on the table. Like there is less water in the glass. Less is also showing the estimated amount of water. There is little money in his pocket. Little is showing the estimated amount of money, not the actual amount. I hope you are understanding very clearly. Now, next is adjective of number. Number is the word which shows the actual figure. It means it refers to the definite amount of a noun or a pronoun in a sentence. It means adjective of number gives us the actual value or actual amount of a noun or a pronoun in a sentence. Some examples I'm going to tell you. There are 10 rooms in my school. You can see that 10 can easily be counted. So it gives the actual number of the rooms in the school. I have 5 bags. Now 5 is the actual amount of the number of bags. I have 2 wristwatches. Now 2 is the actual figure which is given or which tells us the exact amount or the actual amount of the watches. I hope you have understood all three kinds of adjective. This is just a repetition. We have done it before 2 or 3 times. So I hope you are understanding. Now I come to the third topic, that is kinds of adverb here. Kinds of adverb, I want to discuss first about the adverb. We have done it before in the parts of speech. Adverb is a word which shows something about a verb or which tells or which describes the verb. Now, there are 5 kinds of adverb. Adverb of manner, adverb of time, adverb of place, adverb of frequency, and adverb of degree. These are 5 kinds of adverbs. I am giving you their details one by one here in the next slides. The first one is adverb of manner. Adverb of manner, as the name suggests, shows how an action was done. It is showing how an action has been performed by somebody. I have given you an example here. The teacher speaks politely. It means politely is the adverb of manner here, which is showing that the teacher is speaking very politely. It means politely is the word which describes the speaking of the teacher. So it describes the verb here, speaks. Speaks is showing the action. Now we have some other examples. The father drives the car fast. It means fast is an adverb which tells us the driving of the father, that he is driving very fast. Sarah is writing slowly. Here you can see that slowly is the adverb of manner which shows the writing of Sarah, who writes very slowly. Now I come to the adverb of time. This is another kind of adverb. Adverb of time. Time shows that when an action was done. Don't write your name and your roll number in the chat box. I have already taken your attendance. Please don't disturb the class by writing your names and your roll numbers. Now, adverb of time actually shows the time of an action. Examples: the guest came late at the party. Here you can see that the late is an adverb which shows that the coming of the guest who were very late at the party. I wake up early in the morning. Here you can see that early is the adverb which shows the, or which tells us about the waking up of me or my mind, that I wake up early in the morning. There is another kind of adverb which is called adverb of place. It shows where an action was done. You can see that name place or your word place suggests that it shows the place of an action, or the, you can say that area of an action where the action has been done or performed. Example is here: the child ran upstairs to his room. Here you can see that ran is the verb, so it has been described by the verb, a word upstairs. Upstairs is an adverb of place here, which shows that the child was running upstairs. Another example is here: the guest travel abroad. Now, here you can see abroad is a place, or you can say outside the country. So, abroad is the adverb which is describing the traveling of the guest. Now, I come to the other kinds of adverb here. We have the fourth kind, adverb of frequency. It shows how often an action was done. It shows how many times an action was done. Okay. Example is here: we never tell a lie. Never is the word, or it is an adverb which shows that a person or us, more than one person because we is here, they never tell a lie, and it shows many times. Okay, so never is the adverb of frequency which is describing the persons that they are not telling a lie, and never is describing the verb tell. Like, they always speak the truth. Always is another adverb of frequency which describes the speaking of the persons, that they always speak the truth. Now we have another kind of adverb here, which is adverb of degree. Adverb of degree shows the intensity of an action, how important the action is, and how much depth of that action is. Example is here: the sun. You can see that sun is a proper noun, so I have written its name with the capital letter S. The sun almost disappeared from the sky. It means it is showing the intensity that it has been disappeared, but now almost it has been disappeared. So almost is showing the adverb of degree which describes the verb disappear. The person nearly reached the top of the mountain. Now nearly here in this example, it is describing the word reached. It means it is telling us that the person was reaching nearly at the top. So It is an adverb of degree. I hope you have understood everything about kinds of adverb, and now I will give you some time to note down the points. 2 minutes I'm giving you to note down the points. After that, I will ask you questions. Okay. You, if you have any questions, I will ask those questions and I will answer you. Okay. So please note down the points. I have already told you that you should have a rough notebook with you whenever you are taking the lecture. It will be helpful for you, because if you have got any confusion in your mind, then you will have to ask at the end. You want to ask at the end of the lecture, then you will be easily asked if you note down. Otherwise, it may be possible that you will forget. Okay, so please, I am giving you the chance to ask me any questions. This is your time now. You can ask me any questions. Write in the chat box so that I will reply. Alina Salman, this is not the way to write or ask anything with each other, with other students. You have asked about the marks. Very bad of you, Alina. It is not the etiquettes. It is out of etiquette, please. This time is not for asking anything from other people. Okay, Alina? Please don't disturb the class again. If you have any other question about your lecture, about your topics, about your subjects, about your monthly tests, ask me. Imanatan, I have explained articles in the last previous lecture. I have already uploaded the video of that lecture. So go through the video. I am telling you the brief things, 1 or 2 points about articles, that these are of two kinds only: definite article and indefinite article. Indefinite articles are a and an, and definite article is the. Now go to the lecture and go to the video, look at it, find out the details. Okay, because there is no time to explain the whole topic, because it will take at least 15 minutes. Okay, so you are allowed to ask any other thing or short things about the lectures. I want to tell you about one more thing again, because you are not doing the proper things in the copies. So I want to discuss this again in the who and whose. Who is used for the person, Alina? Who is used for the person? Like who is at the door, who is writing the letter, and whose is used to show the belonging of some person, belonging of the some person. Whose bag is that? Whose watch is there? Whose house is there? Okay, I hope you have understood. Who is used for the person directly, and whose is used for the person and his belongings at the same time. Now I'm telling you that you have to maintain the copies very properly, because I have seen some of the copies which are not properly maintained. So please maintain them properly. You have to make two portions in your English literature and English language copies. Turn off your cameras. English literature and English language copies, which are already of 300 pages. So you can easily make the portions in that. Okay, Alina, you have understood. Very good. Now find out the details. from the video. And you have to make two portions. So make the index of the first portion at the front side and make the index of the second portion at the back side. Remember all these points. Please don't disturb or don't keep your copies untidy. Don't use any markers in the copies, because the markers make your copies untidy. Okay, maintain the index very properly. I have seen many copies last time. Most of the students have not made the index. It is your duty to maintain your copy very properly and very neatly. One more thing, tomorrow will be your monthly test of English language, and in the next week we have the monthly test of English literature. So I want to discuss about the monthly test. I hope you have done the class test very well, so you already know that all the tests are MCQs based. You just have to choose the right answer and click it. And class tests are of 10 marks and monthly tests are of 25 marks. In class test, I have given you 10 MCQs. In monthly test, I will give you 25 MCQs. Alina, I will post the MT of English language or in the morning, 8 o'clock. Okay. Remember all the students, please listen to me. I will upload the English language monthly test tomorrow in the morning at 8 o'clock, and you have time till 24 hours till next morning 8 o'clock. But you have 24 hours. It doesn't mean that you will be late. You will have to attempt it as early as possible. Okay. And I want to tell you that only one chance will be given to you, so be very careful when you are attempting the quiz, because you have only Umema Abdur Rahman. Why you are replying thank you, my dear friend? Very bad of you. You are talking to some other people here. If you are not interested, please leave the class. I don't want these type of students in my class here. Okay? Very bad of you, Umema. This is not the place to talk to your friends. If you want to talk to your friends, use some other way. Very bad of you, Umema. If you are thinking, students, if you are thinking that it is the place for talking to your friends, for chatting with your friends, it is not the place. Okay, remember, we are in the classroom, so we should be very attentive. Remember this thing, and there is no need to open your cameras. I don't want to see you. Inshallah, we will meet in the school whenever the schools will be open. Miram, I don't know. It will be announced by the school management, and when it will be announced, then you will get the notification. Alina, I will give you the reinforcement on English literature lectures in the next week. Okay, so you should be there. In the next week, I will discuss the English literature topics, and I want to discuss you again that MT1. You must be very well prepared for MT1. These are 25 MCQs, 1 MCQ, 1 mark, and you should be very careful in attempting it, because only one chance will be given to you. After that, the second chance, you will not be able to attempt it uh, again. It will not be considered as well. You are not allowed to attempt it second time. Okay, class tests have 10 marks, and MT monthly tests have 25 marks. I hope you have prepared for all the topics. If you want to ask about any topic of English language, please ask me here. I'm waiting for you. No question? Any other person? Alina Salman is asking many things from me. Miram has asked something. No one wants to ask about the topics, about the language topic or any literature topic. There is less time left. So I want you, if you have any confusions, ask me now. Hadika, don't turn on your cameras. I have seen you again and again. You are turning on your camera. One more thing I want to discuss, that you have to um, do many compositions here in your syllabus. So I will give you to do those compositions. I hope you have understood how to write an essay. Composition means I'm discussing about the essay writing. Pariza, I'm not giving you any homework today because of the monthly test. You know that we are not using or giving any homework during the monthly test. Alina, who, I have already told you what is who is used for the person who went with you, who is knocking at the door, who is telling the story. Whom means about the person. Whom did you write the letter to? Whom did you call yesterday? It means whom is used about the person, not for the person, about the person. Miriam, what do you want to ask? What do these words mean? I don't understand. You are in English class, not the social studies class. So anything which you want to ask? Because only 1 minute is left. If you want to ask me again. Hurry up. Both all of you are allowed to ask anything because only 1 minute is left. I hope all of you have understood very well all the topics of English language which we have done in reinforcement lecture 1 and 2. Okay. Okay, very good of you. You all have understood very well. Now, well, be prepared for your MT and do it very carefully. Now I want to stop here because it is the end of the time. Wish you good luck for your monthly test. Allah Hafiz.